Due to the heavily classified nature of the Death Trooper Corps, they have requested that I change to a different, less identifiable location. If that's an issue with you, then I don't make the rules, and the last thing you want to do is aggravate a Death Trooper. Word of advice. And no, this isn't Scarif if that's what you're thinking, by the way. Many troopers aspire to be a part of this program, but I'm here to tell you that this is no easy feat for a number of reasons. Sorry to burst your bubble, but you need to know that the standards required are nothing short of rigorous, with a great variety of attributes needed to be chosen. By far the single most crucial aspect to becoming a Death Trooper is being tall, which none of you are. And neither are any of you physically adept, which is an absolute requirement that will be duly noted in conjunction with one's height. The level of strength they are looking for is one that would allow you to perhaps wrestle and rip the head off a Gundark, and that's while having the stamina and athletic ability above that of the average individual. Selections among candidates are very few and far in between the hundreds and thousands of people that go through Stormtrooper training each day. Simply put, as far as the Death Trooper program is concerned, there will be no couch potatoes. Fanatical to a degree that is probably psychotic, mental attributes are just as important, if not more so. Death Troopers have to be some of the most fanatically devoted members of the Stormtrooper Corps, willing to take a blaster bolt for their Emperor and his Empire, and showing very little in the way of hesitation or fear towards danger and death. Could be where they get their name, who knows? Even if they themselves don't know it yet. A candidate that excels in Stormtrooper training against all odds and has proved they are worthy of entering the program will be transferred to one of the many top secret training facilities throughout the galaxy. Scarif was one of those, and it is at these places that Death Troopers are made. Training includes... It also ensures... And... Yes? That's classified. So it seems a lot of the specific details regarding their training is not to be revealed. You'd think they would tell me this stuff beforehand, but it's no worries. Let me tell you this. The candidate's physical and mental resilience will be put to the test in a ruthless gauntlet of training and live combat exercises and survival programs, which are designed to hone their skills in exotic and unforgiving environments to see if they can keep both themselves and their squad alive, which is the ultimate goal in order to ensure the success of any future missions, as the more Death Troopers there are, the better. Most crucially, however, all trainees are required to go through somewhat invasive surgery that enhances the physical capability of the individual to that well above the average life form, boosting their body's physical capabilities in every way you can think of: strength, stamina, sight, athleticism, and so on. To what extent they are mechanically enhanced is not known, but I think it's fair to say that they can be considered cyborgs. And that's why you folks are never able to beat them in any physical challenges, like arm wrestling for example. But you know Death Troopers best for always being fused to the shoulders and backs of high-ranking Imperials, ISB officers, Moffs, Admirals, and many more, all having access to special protection from what you think are nothing more than glorified bodyguards. Any Stormtrooper can do what they do, right? Well, it's not that simple. Unlike Stormtroopers who specialise in large-scale attrition-style warfare, the Death Troopers are trained for operations in small squads, making them a unique rarity among the Trooper Corps as a whole, spending weeks in a great variety of different planetary biomes, improving their adaptation, marksmanship, martial and battle strategizing capabilities. It is these skills and these specializations that makes them so important to the Imperial war machine. They don't just guard, they actively participate. There is a reason officers use them for the expertise they have. When you want something done quickly, quietly, and without so much as a footprint being left behind, then you can guarantee that the Death Troopers will do that with no questions, with total obedience and unyielding perfection, which is important, as they are the covert espionage force, conniving and working through operations to retrieve vital enemy intelligence, extract hostages of great importance to the Empire, escort their assigned personnel through enemy-controlled territory, capture high-profile Imperial targets, and keep important Imperials safe, as previously mentioned. Do you get it now? This is what the Death Troopers are, the very hush-hush, not wanting you to know of their existence unless you're eligible for their protection. If need be, however, they can and do sometimes serve on the front lines, making exceptional heavy troopers that can take quite the damage and strategically assist the average Stormtrooper division. But at the end of the day, their main specialty is stealth, and this is reflected in the kit they utilise.
The most striking thing about them is their armour, which comes with many amazing built-in gadgets to further enhance their stealth capabilities out in the field, being a vast upgrade over the typical trooper armour you wear. Reflect is the polymer coating the armour, which is responsible for warping electromagnetic signals around the trooper so that they do not show up on maps or radar and concealing them from the enemy. When in the presence of enemy forces, however, they will sound like this. That is a form of encryption, meant to garble their speech to none but themselves, allowing them to share classified information and to keep prying enemy ears in the dark about their strategies on the field.
And they were asking if they could encrypt my voice for this whole video.
You don't want to be caught frozen in their green headlamps, as they are macro motion monitors, which can pick up movement, speed and the general direction of anything within the trooper's peripheral, allowing them to keep tabs on your location. All the while, you could be none the wiser as to theirs, giving them the opportunity to get the drop on you quickly and quietly, leaving everyone you ever knew wondering why you were never seen again. Capable of using every weapon type, the fabled standard issue they do use, however, is the E11 Blaster Carbine. Suitable for short to medium range close quarters combat, it has traded in accuracy for power, allowing them to hold their own against swarms of enemies. Apart from that, they have access to the great range of standard blasters and weapons used among the rest of the Stormtrooper Corps. The Empire needs Death Troopers because they offer a style of military expertise that differs so unbelievably drastic from the usual Imperial tactic of throwing a million Stormtroopers at a problem until it's fixed. When you look at them and what they do, you wouldn't think an Imperial came up with them, and that's why they are so unique. The usefulness of being able to slip by rebel detection cannot be understated, as there are so many opportunities for the Death Troopers to be involved in a situation, yet, like you said, so many officers see them as nothing more than glorified bodyguards, fused to the shoulders and backs of high-ranking Imperials and often unable to get into the nitty-gritty and take care of situations that the average Stormtrooper would be unable to handle.
I'm trying to say they can be underutilised, and I'm sure they would agree with that sentiment. And I think that's all they're allowing me to say for this video. So, to start your journey into the Empire today, please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and with that, long live the Empire and may the Force be with you.